sure that you stop man na ga dike ya uja de ya ore no ma anyama ebo shada so I sha pon anya no tarant onye nwere ha ga ekwu ye ko enwere ka ga agba nna anya agba nna ndị zo kwa na ha kara kwa na ha kara ndewo
anything we can do. Some allegations, some agitations or grievances. We look at it. And I get church zone, maybe, and all of us are responsible for security. Even on the part of Undeze, I will meet today. Police here in his community. Thank God recently His Excellency will remain in terms of supporting our vigilante. So because anything I will keep many, he making sure that this is security at the whole bad in the Owerri zone. HM show the essence of this meeting. I want hopeful share one or two things on the
this extreme reaction, the Jamana Imo State, you pick up thoughts. I was here at the last election. It was terrible. You only have 4 years to stay. Maybe another 4 years. But you've taken life. Because I'm my younger politician. Communities, political leaders,
right on I had Roland security Imo State between 2003 to 2006. I was a security administrator for Imo State. The vigilante is Ugamugu. I'm one year recruit. I'm 1 year on. I got 562 communities in Imo State. They may inaugurate. For the days they don't got the Commissioner of Police, again, are in charge of security Imo State and the brigade commander and all these other people. I show I will to you. The way you can baby one on over. Other in the community, the chief security in the community would days. Because as at that time, I formed a new era. Because Mama House of Assembly can implement the law about Imo State vigilante. The one who may implement, Maba and the executive arm may implement.
Quality time you have been given to this state to deal with matters that will bring peace in this state. Madam attend up to 3 meetings, no problem, both at the leadership level and the general level. APC with the ruling party in Imo State, and you have any reason to create insecurity. I don't have any reason at all to employ those youths, those voluntary youths, to start creating problems in this state. Up to going to the prisons, Yakoke share the place, made free over 1,900 inmates of different crime, and continued by going from one police station to the other to free
Comfortable with what is happening in Imo State to the Manoya. And anybody who want a contributing factor to what is happening in Imo State, not suppose Owerri zone it to fair. He got inside all. You need the money that something is actually wrong. The moment I want somebody to use for that area, the moment you next step in, you need the money because the atmosphere alone you go see that now something is wrong. There's a handmaker on Maka, it's a very good one.
To the traditional rulers, let them provide the drones. These drones, these securities will be employed. They will use the drone, that is their work on a daily basis, to go. A drone can capture what is happening in the next 10-15 kilometers. Come on. Then there will be a synergy between the local securities and the police. That is what is called community policing. There will be a synergy to know where they are and how to comb them and surround them. Most of these guys are living in the bush. They only come out. Each year with their own more in the water, and he goes, the player has a doctor. Everyone man is it. Nick is not bad. We ate to him with the born of food. As soon as them who let your ego. Ndị akọhụ ngafa ihe right of everything hope ọrụ onye na-arụ ọrụ obodo ya na-agba ọkụ nwe ọrụ ga and ihe ọrụ ga ga-ebi uru. So what we are talking today is about security of Imo State. Ọ dị fesacha you too much. Undo Owerri zone. Ndị ọrụ izomba na ebe ndị ọzọ ebe ị ga-ahụ na akpọsasị isi mmadụ na tebụl na road wee na-akụ bọọlụ. Abịa na Mbaise nwere eze egburu. Now, but there's 100 over to days in the communities. And that every traditional ruler, every community must be released at least 5 drones from the government. And the people that will operate it will be paid on monthly basis. And there will be a working synergy between these community securities and the security apparatus. They would.
Dr. Queen, a former Uswan, is Isunjaba, is local government of Uso. Mano Idia. Any hedge Buruha, Ewe Horo, Nago. Hell, innocent blood in Bela Panimo states. Maka gịnị ụmụ anyị agbaziri olu anyị nye ha ọrụ maka na onye nwere ihe ọ ga-arụ agaghị echewe echiche ihe ọjọọ ga-eme nwanne ya. Ọ bụrụkwanụ mgbe e nwere sekuriti n'Imo steeti development na-adị ọganihu na-adị because if there is security there will be investors to invest in Imo State. And there will be employment to employ these our young youths that are vulnerable because of hunger and non-employable market for them. There's as again, our years can
but every emergency, as it has to do with security in the state. I got an area here, now I go Menendez. It's a question of directing these resources to where it's needed to cope this problem. We're not here to exonerate any person or trying to drop the ball on any person's table. We are here to provide solutions to this endemic problem facing us.
certain things. From that thing, so many things come into you. You start planning, you start bringing out some certain things. I want to say it clearly. Let us look for a way to our youth employ. Number two, I want to thank my Eze who is here. There is something he started in my community. We ourselves, we are now community census. He made that his time to get whoever, how many youth that are employed, how many people that are working, how on his community is going. Before you were resident.
Irrespective of the insecurity, in quotes, action everywhere. But I'm not meeting at least majority of you. Action days, insecurity. But that's amazing. Insecurity, you can't manage as easy. Straight down on the as easy. Other than mass of age, we have power. Insecurity, look at a crown or somebody. Oh, yeah. Straight down, we can take any insecurity. Literal insecurity in various localities.
I remember Rogers then when she to Hakim, I didn't want to Rogers was the best. Rogers within 1 month, 1 week, 3 weeks, you make a book of the next thing, and then to come out. Here, there's a mega parade. Our Abraham, Mahaba Blue and Herian. Insecurity, and the chance between. This is true. So what is it? And now I keep like this. Man, I go in the honor. You don't know because the minute you open up, we are going to make it uncomfortable. Okay, and the church all wrong. From that day one, the shift, all have to shift from honor. That's a problem. No, church open our door there. And the problem started from all. Now, which will not allow. I want to tell you, every time I need to suffer, politicians are all again here. Okay, 1 weekend. When is that kind of here? Okay, 1 weekend. We are going to Sena from here. And just get in that we are going to start it off, and I have to be my politician of because enough is enough. I want to be under a good shape.
A crucial security meeting of the traditional rulers of Owerri zone and other stakeholders, including politicians.
Sorry, sir.
In the state. At Obedience, a crucial security meeting of the traditional rulers of Owerri zone and other stakeholders, including politicians from the various political parties in the state, held at Obedience in Mbari Street, Owerri, this day, August 8, Tuesday, August 8, 2023. One, that we condemn in its entirety the level of insecurity in the state and other states of the southeast with the killings and damage to property. Two, that we have confirmed that the insecurity is gradually settling into Owerri zone with the pockets of killings, including the traditional rulers. Three, that we are desirous of a peaceful and united society, especially in our zone, which is the bedrock for any meaningful progress and development. Four, that we are not particularly interested in apportioning blames on anybody or group for complicity in the insecurity. Neither are we interested in exonerating anybody or group. Rather, we are interested in the way forward to curtail the insecurity in the state. Five, that we identify that insecurity is the responsibility of everybody. Identify that insecurity is the responsibility of everybody. 6, that the bulk of the responsibility rests with the traditional rulers because most of the perpetrators of these crimes come from the various communities. 7, that these traditional rulers should be empowered to carry out the security responsibility in their various communities. And finally, that we agree that all hands must be on deck to fight this menace, both the traditional rulers, the politicians, and other stakeholders. And we shall collaborate and work with the security agencies, the police, the army, DSS, civil defense, and so on to ensure that our zone is safe. Thank you. God bless you. God bless you.
We have to proceed there. We are not going to say, I get security. We came to honor the meeting called by the Owerri Zonal Eze, who invited all political parties to come for a crucial meeting. And the highlights of the meeting is to have to find a lasting peace in terms of security in Owerri zone, and to make sure that our zone is intact, especially now that we're going into election by November, to make sure that all political parties are on the same page, to make sure that we all put our hands together to make sure we curb insecurity in the zone.
So, what do we take from today's meeting? What do we take home from this meeting?
From the communique at the end of the meeting, we have all agreed that security is of essence for everybody. We have all agreed that everybody is involved in making sure that there's security in the state. It's not about the government, it's not about the political party, it is the duty of everybody to make sure that the various localities are secured. And we have all reason in one voice to say that we are going to complement the efforts of the governor and the government to make sure that there is security in Owerri zone. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon. Okay. Yeah, we gathered here today. Okay, my name is Ichie Levi Eke, the Zenith Labour Party chairman Imo State and also the IPAC chairman Imo State. We gathered here today to deliberate on the issue of insecurity in Imo State with traditional rulers from Owerri zone. In fact, we deliberated and we came up, with a communique issued by the secretary of NDSS in Owerri zone. We agreed that actually insecurity in Imo State is real, and we also agreed that we are going to put hands, every hand should be on deck to make sure that the issue of insecurity is brought to an end. We agree that it is not going to be the work of the government alone. It's also not going to be the work of the traditional rulers alone, nor that of the politicians. But we equally agreed also that the bulk of the work, hinged on the traditional rulers, that they are very close to the communities and they know the black spots in their communities where these miscreants, come out from. In fact, we urge them to go into their respective, communities, constitute, security apparatus in the form of vigilante groups, and make sure that they, comb the nooks and crannies, the bushes in their communities. We also encourage the government to provide, a kind of palliatives, give them, a security apparatus in the form of drones to make sure that these bushes, are monitored through drone to make sure that they get to know where these, miscreants, are hiding
and smoke them out.
Yeah, do you agree that?
I believe it is political because in the whole Nigeria, you discover that the same problem. I wonder any state in Nigeria that is not having the issue of insecurity today. No state in Nigeria is not having the issue of insecurity. So it is not something that is particular or peculiar to Imo State alone. No, I disagree.
So, what's one of your advice to Imo and Owerri Zone in particular?
Well, my advice to every Imolite is to be involved in the issue of security. Because when there is insecurity, you can't have a sound sleep. You can't sleep soundly. If you are moving in the street, you are afraid. If a vehicle overtake you, you begin to think what is happening and things like that. So we want to ask that every Imolite should be involved to make sure that we bring back security in our state. Imo State is our own. We have no other state we will call our own. Everybody should be involved. The government alone cannot do it. I and you should be involved. And at the end of the day, I'm sure we are going to get there. Thank you.
Well, I'm very happy people are here. The essence of this meeting today is about security, about the security of the state and how to make the state, forge ahead. Because we're having a lot of insecurity here and we want to put it to a stop. So that's the essence of this meeting, and to make sure that Imo State comes up together.
So far, so good. Are you impressed with what you turned out and what you're able to make out today?
Yes, I'm very, very impressed because right there we talked about so many things. All the politicians in Imo State, all the parties, all of them came here. And of course, we handled the issue. They all talked about security and they all talked about how to forge ahead on the security.
What is your assurance to the people of Owerri Zone? What is your assurance to them now that you people have held the meeting?
I'm assuring them that there will be peace and there will be no violence again in the Owerri Zone. We are going to do some libation to make sure that the security is well done and to make sure that we put everything in order so there will be no insecurity again in Imo State. We want Owerri Zone to be one of the freest zones and one of the freest places somebody can go and work that, like the governor is trying to help. He has already promised giving us all the vigilantes, 1 million naira with the traditional rulers for the vigilantes, for security. So with that, we can go far from that.
We are here to identify the problems at the community level and provide solutions on how to handle it. The governor alone cannot handle the security in Imo State. The Commissioner of Police, the brigade commanders, they can't handle the Commissioner of Police. Security is collective responsibility of everybody in the state. And you can also achieve security without shooting a gun. Ernest Ibejako.
Yeah, tell us the outcome of why this meeting. How did you see this meeting today?
This meeting is very, very important because the foundation of this meeting and the purpose, the foundation is based on the position of the traditional rulers in their communities and also VIPs, important persons in the communities too. And the basis of every security threat starts from the communities. So I think that is the main reason why we are here.
So what is the way forward?
The way forward is all hands must be on deck. And the government too will try. We know there is paucity of fund, but the government will try and bring the resources and the equipment to manage the security at the community level. His Excellency is trying. We are appealing that he adds more effort, but everybody must help him.
is a single person. Thank you very much.
Okay. So, just like I said, one of the aims of this meeting is the Owerri zone people condemn the killing of people, condemn how the Klage, the Ezes, the killing of all these people. And that is why we call for this meeting, so that we can be able to put everything in check, so that we can know that exactly nothing such is not happening again in the zone and in the state. Like I said, I want all the Imolites to put hands together. Let's support the governor, which is the man on board now, because today is about hope. Tomorrow it might be another person. But we have to put hands together to make sure that we support him, so that he can be able to do the work very well and then make people happy. We are trying to see that everybody must rally around him to make sure that this government moves very well. Thank you very much.
So the bank questions.
From 1904, him, one equal, food and land got not. Oh, you don't see I did the music. See how they make sure you can. Will it Asimos only led on a lamp beside Bokuole. Abara no only led on a bob beside Bokuole. Asimono wona para bisana ya bichu onyezo bubu asima leche kakola yo na lambi sakala balila na bise ngai do fruza bo ofrezi disite ofro padno ogabaro madia ogabaro were ogabaro hias Ozo na badu shiripa adam bise bi amar asim ko na la ozo uno kokulie la o owo birabia owo nyam oji bisi e do na ado bisi Where are you going?
Come on.